Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer.
What is going on, entertainers? So today I have an exclusive interview again. Before I get started, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you guys think about this interview. Okay, so today we're going to be interviewing the handler, which everybody likes to refer him to. We're going to get his real name, y'all. So I'm going to bring him on. So make sure you guys show him some love on social media and everything of the sort. What is going on? What is going on?
Good.
Okay, so you're referred to as the handler. What is your real name?
My real name is Davion.
Davion. Okay, so you would like to be preferred to be called Davion instead of the handler, because
Yes.
okay. How long have you known Tony and everything, and just explain your friendship history to us?
I known him for almost 8 years, 10 years, and basically, the first day I met Anthony is just he never went away. He just always was around me. So whatever, that's how we became friends or whatever. We met at a gas station. Then with him for some time, he had got in some trouble or whatever, and he came back into my life. Then and that just brought us even closer. So
explain how that experience was, because I did an interview with Tony. He told me how traumatizing it was for him and all stuff that he had to go through. So did you actually see what occurred, or just explain to us? Yeah,
it's crazy. So when I picked him up from work, we stopped at a gas station, and it was a drive-by. It was two cars that drove by. I didn't get out the car to go in the store. Mind you, it was crazy because I had told Anthony not to get out the car.
Right.
It was another friend with us, but I had already sent him in the store. But Anthony insisted on getting out the car. So it's he got out the car and he went in the store. The way the car was parked, the store was on one side and my car was from the opposite side. And then it's the street was on the side. So it's two cars coming down the street at the store.
Right.
So as Tony was walking out the store, they hit one of the bullets in his back, and he hit the ground. He was screaming my name. I hopped out the car. I was scared too because I actually was dealing with the death in my family too. I found my cousin dead. He overdosed on. It was very traumatic because it was I just got through dealing with that, and then now here I am with my friend, and I'm sitting there waiting for the police to come, and it took them about an hour to get there, but they got there. They got him to the hospital. He was in a coma for I think 2 weeks, and then he woke up and we was back at it. He had to do some physical therapy for a little bit. Then they let him out the hospital. And then once he was out the hospital, we just was together every day. Still.
Right. Were you always the one to assist him in his disability? Because first of all, the term "the handler" is that the appropriate term to call somebody?
Appropriate term though.
What is the appropriate term?
Is a caretaker, and no,
Right.
I'm not a caretaker. No, I have never been to school or a class to do that. It's just when you're going through the process of being let out the hospital, it's a few things she had they showed him that he was gonna have to do to adapt to his lifestyle now.
Right.
And he can really do a lot of stuff on his own. So it's I don't really help him do much. If anything, I help him change his clothes and maybe get in and out the shower. That's about it. But as far as him bathing himself and everything else, he pretty independent.
Right.
Well, and getting in a couple of in and outside doors, that could be difficult for him sometimes. But yeah, the simple. That's because I'm his friend and I was there for him when he I'll be less of a friend if I did it.
Right. No, I understand. And from what I said to him in the interview and what we talked about, it seems as if with the right amount of therapy, he's gonna be able to walk like years from now. To be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, were you with Tony at the point in time where he was doing the Bad Boys auditions? Because we saw him in the Bad Boys auditions. Like, were you there at the auditions as well? And did you audition?
Okay.
uh
Oh, I was not there with him at the auditions,
huh.
and no, I didn't audition.
Yeah. Did you ever think of auditioning?
It was a thought in my mind at first, but
Mhm.
no.
No, not at all. Okay. So when he got the call for Bobby's show, and did he immediately approach you like, "Hey, I'm gonna need you to help me out while I'm on the show"? Like, what was that like?
Um, we actually was into it at the time. We was having a friend dispute,
Yeah.
and um, so I wasn't really kind of talking to Tony for a little bit, but um, he had called me or whatever. Well, no, he didn't call me. I'm lying. He texted one of my relatives to get in contact with me. He
Hmm.
had my number, but when we have our disputes, he be being petty. He don't be want to talk or whatever. So he'll try to talk to somebody around me or to get my attention. So he had just been reaching out to my relative or whatever, asking, do they think I would go with him? He might be going, and do they think I'll go? And, I was like, well, tell him I'll go if everything's paid for. But I was like, I'm not going if I gotta come out of my pocket because I was
Right.
still mad. So, shit. That's when he texted me. He told me he was going on the show, and he sent me the little arrangements or whatever, and I was like, okay, cool, I'll go, and that's how I ended up going.
Right. And then were you apprehensive? And how long between you guys conversating and everything? How long was that before you guys actually moved into like the hotel before the house?
See, I don't know what I can and can't answer,
Yeah.
but I think it's okay. I answered that right. I think
Yeah.
we was in the hotel 3 days prior to entering the house.
Okay. And then were
Yeah.
you apprehensive into even doing the show, knowing what the show would be about? Because you know the girls, you get messy, and then you get, you know what I'm saying? Were you like apprehensive, like I don't know, because this might
Um,
turn into some stuff?
to be honest, I was
Yeah,
never even supposed to be a part of the show.
yeah,
So that's just one. Then two, yes, I was nervous to be in the house, of course, full of the girls.
yeah.
And like you already know what to expect.
Right.
Like so, but it was crazy because at first it wasn't like that. Like everybody really vibed and chilled or whatever, except for Dimitri. But um
Oh, he
like
did things to rub you the wrong way too.
no, he didn't rub me the
Oh,
wrong. Well, he did kind of rub me the wrong way, but it wasn't necessarily me. It was
right,
like Anthony. So it was like before they had signed their contracts, Dimitri was like starting little shit with Anthony or trying to start little shit with Anthony. But two, being that it was our first time on TV, it's like I'm not knowing what I can and I cannot do. So it's like that's why
right.
a lot of the time you don't see me interfering with a lot of shit because it also felt like high school. Like if I was in something too much or if I came across the camera, it was like I was getting yelled at. Or not
Mm,
yelled at. I don't want to say yelled at, but something was of course being said to me, but not in a bad way or whatever. But
okay,
it just felt like school though. It felt like a big ass high school.
got you. So then, of course, during the hotel stay, we found out something or a kiss happened between you and Jameson. So all the fans want to know who came on to who.
I'm not gonna answer that, but
Oh,
yeah, I'm not. But I mean, the kiss happened at the
okay.
hotel before we even got in the house. Now, how that got out, I don't know because it was crazy. Nobody ever seen us kiss, and I never told anyone, so they must
Mm,
have assumed. But yeah, that's how that happened. I mean, we just was drinking and smoking and shit like that, and we just kissed. That's it. Um, and then once it got in the house, of course, that's when the drama started. And to answer your question, yes, that's when my anxiety had started, you know,
kicking in.
kicking in. Yeah,
Yeah,
because now shit is happening, and like my name is being included in it. So it's like, damn, you know.
right. speaking of your name being included, a lot of the viewers, because of that one incident, all this stuff comes on online. They're assuming that you're doing this with this person, everything. Can you just
Hmm.
clarify with the rest of the cast, nothing occurred, or did something occur with other cast members? Can you just clarify on that?
I swear to God, nothing happened with nobody else on that cast. Like I
Uh-huh.
didn't have any sexual encounters at all. The only thing I did was have that one kiss, and that was it.
Gotcha. And then was there an agreement between you and Jameson, like, hey, we're not going to tell nobody, or?
Yeah, of course, because he was supposed to be there, like for love. So it was like he knew better, and I knew better. So it just was like shit happened, and we both said we were gonna forget about it.
Gotcha. And then you guys end up, of course, moving into the house. What was your experience like meeting Bobby? And did you have like a small sense of guilt knowing you did what you did, or?
Okay, so getting in the house, meeting Bobby, it was cool or whatever. It was like we didn't talk though. Like he spoke, and he would speak when he seen me throughout, not throughout the house because I wasn't allowed inside the house, but I
Mhm.
was allowed like in the kitchen part, like the downstairs part, because Anthony couldn't go get food for himself, so I had to go inside sometimes to do that.
Gotcha.
But we, um, like I said, me and Bobby like we didn't have an issue or nothing or whatever. We was both being like, respectful, like speaking to each other like normal people. But as far as sitting down and like kicking it, nah, he never like, came and like tried to kick it. He didn't kick it with Tony either. Like he would kick it with other boys in the house. Tony had to like go get Bobby attention. Bobby never like pulled him to the side or pulled me to the side. Not saying I was there. I'm not a cast member, but
Hmm.
obviously he done got on the internet saying the type of shit he's saying or trying to paint a narrative like he was being the sweetest person. You were being like how you were supposed to be. You didn't know me, but it was like too. I didn't know you either, so I'm being cool with her. We both trying to fill the room, but I
Hmm.
do feel like a part of me did have a small regret with the kids because I did feel bad because they were there for Bobby, but at the same time, it's like after watching the show and how my friend was being disrespected,
Mm.
I don't like a part of me just don't give a fuck because it was giving bully vibes. Like the things and the way that they handled Tony, bitches don't come at me like that, or they don't keep that energy. It's
Hmm.
like they was gangsta on the show, and oh, I'm gonna pull up this. Oh, I could pull up. He's still in Miami. We could pull up. Whoop, whoop. But shit, off camera, as you can see, or on the internet, all that shit piped down. Or
Right.
when it's in reference to me, just like when I was in the house and the issues were occurring, they were saying something to Tony, but
Hmm.
a bitch never said nothing to me. But shit, by the time I was gone, so
Right.
I didn't even give a
How
fuck.
how do you think production found out about what happened? And when they found out, did they come to you like, hey, this is gonna be addressed on the show and everything like that? Or like how did that come about to where like the higher ups kind of like found out about it? Because it seems as if they were the ones that told Bobby.
No, it wasn't. Production didn't really have. I could say honestly, production didn't have anything to do with it. They
Mhm.
just had to incorporate, I guess, some of the. They didn't have to, but it was just too much with me involved. I feel like they had to type shit. Like,
Mm.
so, no, they didn't. They didn't know, but they did find out. I'm not gonna say who I feel told.
Mhm.
Um, and then two, it was a person, one main person that like got all little dirt on people in the house. Not saying Terrell or nothing like that, but they was brought there to. Well, he was
So
stirring
you
up
said there
drama.
was a mole in the house. There was somebody, going around, getting
Yeah, trying to start drama
information.
with the boys, like trying to start drama within the boys type shit. So, shit, that's how that shit went. Like then that person went asking people questions and people was answering them. So that's how the truth got out. And then when the truth got out,
Let me
um,
find out Miss Wet Wet was in the house. Let me stop.
okay, I, but yeah, once the truth got out, that's
Uh-huh.
when the producers at first the first time y'all seen me coming on camera, they asked me to do that scene. The second
Mhm.
time, it was like they had. I don't know if they had to ask, but it was like I feel like they wanted
You're
that.
taught. You're referring to. Hold on, because I had a. You're referring to this scene, right? Like right here, this picture.
That's the second scene. Now that scene,
Okay.
I didn't expect to be brought out, but they did let me know some of the things, like some of the allegations that were gonna be made towards me or whatever.
Okay.
Um,
What
but
was the
not
first scene that we seen? Because I could have sworn that was the first time that we seen you.
no. The first time y'all see me is when I'm bringing Tony in the room
Right. 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 Right.
at the Rolling Ray spit on him.
Right. We
Yeah,
didn't know about it then. That's why. So like, we didn't really
right.
think of anything about it.
Nobody,
Okay, that
right,
makes sense. That makes
right.
sense. That makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. So, what was Tony's reaction when he found out like afterwards? Like, what was that conversation like? Because he told me he was mad at you.
Yeah,
He was
oh
mad
my,
at you.
like everybody. Well, nobody knew. So when he found out, he definitely was mad. We were kind of getting into it amongst each other, like while we were there. That's part of the reason too why I was ready to go, because it was like at this point I'm getting to it with my friend over, this shit. So it was like I'm ready to go, and shit, it was no longer fun for me. So I just was ready to go.
Gotcha. And then that
Mhm.
night of the elimination, you're saying the production never brought you out. Like they
No,
never
they
told you
did.
they were gonna bring you out.
No, they did. They told.
Okay.
Okay. Well, hold on. Let me rephrase that.
Mhm.
Okay, I didn't like like I said, it was my first time
Right.
doing TV too. So and no, I'm not on contract. Why that bitch was trying to get cute talking about I'm on
That's a
contract, bitch.
question I had too. They
Yeah,
didn't have
no.
you sign two paper forms because he said he had them sign two
Yes,
paper
I
forms.
signed two paper forms, and those were consent to show my face on
Fake.
camera.
Okay, got you.
And I don't know what the other paper was. I forgot, but like when you say somebody signed a contract, like I said, when I'm watching a dude sign a contract in the lobby of the hotel packets, I signed two,
Oh,
right.
got
I
you.
signed two pieces of paper. Them niggas was signing packets of paper. So bitch, I was not on contract. I think I signed a waiver for them to show my camera on face. Now to
Got you.
answer your other question, no, I didn't know that production was gonna ask me to be on that scene that you just showed. No, I didn't
Mhm.
know, but they did ask, and then when they did ask, I did agree to it. And then when I agreed to it, though, I don't know, it kind of felt like a setup because, um, can I talk about stuff that they deleted, like clips that they,
Yes.
right?
Yes, you can. You can talk about that type of stuff because the episode already aired. You're not revealing anything that's gonna happen later on in the episode because you're already gone. Tony's gone. So anything we didn't see, you can tell
Uh,
us.
basically, y'all didn't get to see, like, they cut a lot of the episodes. Like,
Mhm.
so my episode really they cut a lot. They cut it all the way down to where they just accusing me of kissing Jameson, but
Mm.
they accused me of having sex in the house with Terrell because it was one day that I
And that's Savage, right?
yeah,
Okay.
he had asked me to come help him pick out his elimination outfit, but remember I told you I wasn't allowed in the house, so
Oh, right.
um so when he asked me, I told him, I was like, bro, I can't go in the house. I'm gonna get in trouble if I go in the house or whatever, because I said they
Right.
said that I'm allowed in it. He was like, no, just come on, come on. Production not even here yet. We just gonna hurry up, go pick my outfit, and then you just come downstairs. I was like, okay, cool. So boom, soon as I go help him find his outfit, that's when Dingaling walk in the room. That's why he had that accusation that we was messing.
Oh, because if
Uh-huh.
you guys don't know, entertainers, Dingling was saying how you
Mm-hmm.
and Rel were Sing D in the room. That was another thing I was going to ask you about. So he
Right.
just made that up.
Yes, that was made up. I was really just sitting in the room helping Terrell pick his outfit out, and then Dingling walked in the room. But I was sitting on his bed. I was sitting on his bed, and I think he just assumed we had something going on because it was like an awkward silence when he walked in.
Mm,
But it really wasn't nothing. We was really up in there chilling, picking his outfit. So
right.
then, um, I went downstairs, and as me and Terrell going downstairs, I seen one of the producers. Then what do you know? They,
Oh, I got.
yeah, they saying
They're
something.
like, oh, they just messed around.
Not even that, but you're not supposed to be in the house.
Right.
They see like, oh, you're not supposed to be in the house and shit like that. So that's how that shit went. with that allegation. But like I said, they cut that clip out. Then it was a clip of me and Ray getting into it. They kind of took that off too because Ray had some shit to say to me. And I said some shit to Ray.
Right.
And then
What was your experience like with Rolling Ray? Was because we saw he was being really, really rude to Tony. Was he directing that same energy towards you anytime that you were near, or?
it's crazy because I really didn't have Ray. I'm gonna just say this: me and Tony went in the house still like with good energy. Like we didn't try to get into it with nobody. Tony didn't try to get into it with nobody either. Like he was trying to, even Ray, he was trying to be nice to Ray, and I don't. People was telling him he couldn't talk to Ray. And I feel like that's because they was trying to make them beef. But
Oh,
him and
people
Ray,
were telling Ray that he couldn't talk to Tony, that Tony couldn't talk to Ray.
mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
But they end up like talking anyways. Like it was days we went in Ray room and chopped it up. Like we was all cool kind of. But then it was like I don't know what took a turn with him and Ray after the show that made them get into it. That I don't know. I can't tell you. It's too much mess and drama for me. I don't know. But as far as me, that's my friend. So you know I'ma stand behind him or whatever when it comes to certain shit.
Right.
Just certain shit. Certain shit. I didn't say everything, but certain
Right.
shit. And yeah, I definitely feel like though that they was bullying him. I do, and that's why I didn't care about sometimes about the shit Bobby was saying to me because it was like you
You felt like that was his karma.
yeah, I feel like that was his karma, but who am I to say that I'm somebody's karma? But I do feel like that is his karma, and then at the same time, I feel like you're not gonna say nothing or keep that energy with me, but you gonna keep that energy with Anthony because he in a wheelchair. He could deal with Riley Ray, but he can't deal with Bobby. But you get what I'm saying? Bobby, you
Right.
standing, so don't push his wheelchair. Don't play with him like that. But and you ain't gonna get on Instagram to do the apology or whatever. But that shit all give me it was fake. Like I don't care.
How did you feel watching that scene? Like, did it make you like want to jump through the screen, like with the strip club scene?
To be honest, like watching my friend get into physical altercations in the beginning. But I'm gonna say no, it didn't because for one, Anthony stood his own, and he got he said what he said. I feel like he defended himself, well enough. But throughout the show too, it was like I didn't know if I was able to get involved. Like I said, with certain shit, like when Dimitri was throwing the water and shit on him, it was too much going on then. But like I wanted to do something, but it's like, damn, you don't know what you could do because they telling you like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this, and then it's like, but then they come get you to bring you on cameras, so now you're allowed to do this. But it was crazy because Roland Ray tried to have the whole cast jump me after they found out about the kiss. But like I said, they cut that type of shit out because they didn't want them to look bad.
Damn. Rolly Ray,
I
messy.
told the boys to do. She said handle Bobby lightweight. None of the niggas did nothing. But I was cool with people. Like
Right.
I'm not a shit starter. Like and then they was telling me I couldn't interact with the cast, but it was like, how can I not when I done already interacted with them at the hotel room, and then here we are at the house. A person walk up to me, I'm not gonna be like, oh, don't talk to me. I can't talk to you. No, that's stupid. It's just like, we end up conversating, and that's how that shit happened.
Gotcha. And then we see that you had a friendship with Savage, right?
Yeah.
How can you explain that friendship? How long you guys have known each other and everything? Because in the recent episode, it was shown that in the text messages he was checking up on you as a friend, like how you doing?
Yeah, I know Terrell for about since I was like 18, 19. And I'm 26 now, so I know him for a pretty long time too.
Right, because people, of course, automatically assume that like you guys sort of messed around. I knew it wasn't like that just based off of what was shown in the text, but can you like clarify that?
Yeah, he was just basically checking on me and making sure I was good mentally because he knew like too, like I said, like I was irritated in the house, and while bitches talking about shitting and using their Wi-Fi and eating up all the food, bitch, the food wasn't that good, so I was kind of starving myself. I was starving myself while I was there. The food was nasty.
What was the chef cooking? I gotta be a little missed.
I don't know. It was like stuffed chicken. So one night you got stuffed chicken breast with spinach and shit. Like, but I don't know. The food was not good at all. For real, for real. The food. That's another reason why I was miserable. Like, I was ready to go. I was halfway starving myself to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Then hot as fuck. The Wi-Fi did not work. The room they had us in was shitty as fuck. Like it was small. It was too small for Tony to be in. So while they was talking about his room stank and all this extra shit, bitch, it was not a room. First of all, the room was not even wheelchair accessible. So it's like, bitch, you got a lot to say about shit, but it's like I can say honestly, Zeus was fixing some of the problems, but
Right.
still, for him to be treated the way he was treated and what he gave, like the trip. If you ask me, I wouldn't do it again. I wouldn't.
You would okay. If you were
Mm.
you would if Tony were to get the same call, you would tell him, hey, don't do it again.
Yeah, I
Don't do
wouldn't
it,
do
yeah.
that. Fuck
Gotcha.
no.
And then we also seen a recent episode that Cash was checking up on you either. Can you clarify what was in those text messages? And also Jameson's phone was taken from him and then his messages were deleted and only your messages were there. So explain what's up with that.
Okay. So as far as Cash, he was doing the same thing. Like I said, I really had homeboy relationships with a lot of them. So even though they was accusing me of fucking some of them or whatever the case may be, I was friends with a lot of them. And then to it, that's how I felt at first. Like I made new friends until everybody started like doing weird shit, telling on each other and shit. I don't know, but yeah, me and Cash, we wasn't talking about shit. I think by that time I had went home. He was asking me um, the same questions you asking, like how was I feeling and was I okay and shit like that. It was nothing like that though.
Okay. Because
And,
it made it
and
seem as if like because Bobby was like, oh, more than a kiss might have happened because like he seems like he's in love.
with
I don't know if
who?
you watched the recent episode, but that's what he
Yeah,
said.
with who though?
It seemed like you were in love with him or he was in love with you. Whatever the
Cash?
sort, but yeah.
Hell nah. I think you got your things mixed up. He was talking to Jameson when you said that.
Right, Jameson, right, with Jameson.
But nah, not Cash. And with Jameson, shit, that's a good question. You should ask him why he deleted all my messages.
Right. Oh.
Ask
There's so
Jameson.
much mysteries on this Zeus network. We don't know where the bag at. Everybody trying to get to the bag. We don't know where the bag at. We don't know what's
Right.
in Blueface's phone. And then we don't know what happened between you and Jameson.
Right.
So it's like
Jameson. Everybody always asking me, go ask Jameson.
okay. So okay. Y'all take that entertainers as you will, you guys. Okay, so also, were you there? Because I know Tony couldn't participate in a lot of the challenges, but were you there to at least there to assist him with him at least being a part of the challenges in some way or anything, or no?
I was gone by the time they even started doing the challenges.
Okay. And were you ever scared for Tony's safety, especially because they started fighting around him? Did you ever tell him like, "Hey, like maybe this not it"? Like, because there was one point. I know he told me in the interview he pulled Grandy on top of him, but like he could have seriously got hurt. Did you ever like tell him like, "Hey, we gotta go"?
One thing about Anthony,
Mm-hmm.
he got hard. So it's like
Yeah.
he seen Grandy trying to jump on Terrell, and that's crazy. That is how that went.
Yeah.
On camera, it looked like Grandy fell on top of him, but
Right.
no, Anthony. I was
I watched
standing.
it back.
I was standing right there for that fight. Like I was right there. And shit. Anthony grabbed him, shit, trying to get him off Terrell. So shit, I feel like he had his own way. Like 2+ he trying to prove to y'all like he ain't scary on some shit. So it's like that's why I fuck with him because it was like that's why he told Roller Ray, you not gonna spit on one of them niggas, but you
Right.
spit on me. But you see my friend gets out there in the mud in that
Right.
wheelchair. He don't give a fuck. He gonna fight or whatever.
Yeah. Were
In
you
that
there
wheel-
when he did the spit? Like, were you around that time?
I was around for that too.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, Zeus kind of had me mad with that because, well, it's not their fault, but I feel like they let Roland Ray get off too easy for that. For real. They let him get off too easy for that. And that, yeah, that's just that they let them get off too easy, and then that's why I don't understand when it's a problem when we do stuff, but it's okay when the EPs do it.
Mm,
No, that's not how this shit go.
gotcha. And then have you been watching the show or keeping up with it since you've left?
No, I
Oh.
personally don't enjoy watching the show.
You see clips off of Instagram.
Yeah, I see the clips off of Instagram. And not only that, my friend gone, so I don't give a fuck.
Got you. Have you done any reality shows or are interested in doing future reality shows?
I haven't done any reality shows before, but I am interested in doing some now, only because I see how much drama and how much hell I, raise. I make hell scorn.
They're gonna be like, they gotta handle it.
Right.
All right. Is there anything else you want the viewers to know that's watching the show that you want to address or anything?
I think I pretty much addressed everything. Like I said, most of all, they know who they could bully and who they can't, and I'm not one that's gonna be bullied, and you're not gonna bully my friend either. So yeah.
All right. Tell them where to find you on social. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh no, you go ahead.
No. You was gonna say something.
I was supposed to say my social media. I thought you was about to.
Okay. Yeah. Go. What's your social media?
You can find me on Instagram at Davion Superb. Davion_Superb.
Okay. Do you have TikTok, Twitter, anything like that? OnlyFans, because y'all know half of the cast is full of OnlyFans.
No Twitter. No. Well, I got a Twitter, but I don't use Twitter like that. I'm not active on.
Because some of the comments, they're like, "Oh, does the handler have OnlyFans? Does the handler have OnlyFans?" Some of my entertainers want to know.
No, didn't have OnlyFans.
No, the OnlyFans.
They could. I got a TikTok too, but it's in my DM. I mean, it's in my bio on my wall on Instagram. So if y'all want to find it, just click the link in my bio.
Gotcha. All right, all the links will be down below in the description box. Thank you so much, Davion, for doing this interview. Everybody's been waiting to hear from you, so thank you for doing it exclusively with me. Okay. All right, entertainers, we are out, babies.
Yep.
No personal thing.